How's it going, guys? So I really wanted to talk about this specific thing regarding Days Gone, and pretty much I was absolutely correct and spot on fact. In fact, there are some other additional problems that this game has, like the unpolishing parts. I don't know why they had to delay this game as well. It seems like maybe the faults that it already has, maybe they tried to fix those, but it seems like they still did not have enough time. Because if this game was in the development for like, what, 4 or 5 years, it does not feel like it. You can already see and feel that, you know, the developers, I think they had some difficulties with this game, especially as everyone said, the shooting. And that's the most vital, the most important thing. Now, there's a lot more to it that is just, you know, hurts this game badly. I'm gonna get into it. And now, firstly, before I do want to begin, I have not played the game on my own. Like, I have not had hands-on with it, okay? I want you to understand this. This is coming from all of the other reviews that had already experience with this game. If they finish it, if they have not, either way, this is more or less of a mixed, you know, perception of the game. Like, basically, like, you know, a 7 out of 10 sort of game. At first, I thought it would be like 8 out of 10. In the Metacritic, anyway, like an 80 at least. No, it seems like it's gonna go lower than that. There are a lot of faults with this game and a lot of problems that it seems like it overburdens the good parts from it as well. As I noticed, a lot of people were mentioning it regarding the shooting. The shooting is god-awful, and that is main concern regarding it, that this game is concentrated mainly because of the shooting. Now, sure, there are biking, you know, and you can use your melee weapons. Now, how the way you use your melee, right, does not look right. But that's the best thing about this game, and that you would want to you know, always make sure that you have the utilization of, well, is the melee usage. If you don't, well, you're not gonna really enjoy the game as you are trying to use the weapons. The developers seriously need to patch this shit and somehow fix the weapons, because the way they kick, as everyone's saying, the recoil is insane. The reticle that points out when you try to aim does not decrease. Well, it seems like it doesn't decrease, so it takes way too long, and it just simply does not feel satisfactory at all, and that's the main problem. Now, on top of that, camera as well. For example, there's hordes of zombies, well, freakers, whatever, coming right at you, behind you, and you want to throw a grenade. You have a slow-ass moving camera that you need to turn around, and then you can throw the grenade, even though you have to aim. So obviously, by the time you will do that, basically the swarms of zombies will just, freakers, whatever, they will just eat you alive. That will be quicker. Just make sure you die faster than actually try to deal with these herds, as it seems like. Now, I have made a similar video regarding this. I was very skeptical, and I still am skeptical even more now, to be honest with you, but there are some good parts about this game as well. In previous video, I've said that this just looks, it looked before, like it just seems unpolished as fuck. It still is, unfortunately. Now, there are some other problems with it, right? I'm gonna get in, after the problems, I'm gonna get into the good facts. I want you to understand it's not gonna be all hating on the damn game, okay? I'm sure that a lot of people will like it. I'm sure that a lot of people will not like it. You know, like I said, mixed reception, mixed thoughts on this game. Everyone, well, seems like everyone is having. Well, nobody's saying it's a great game, though. Like, no, I shouldn't say that. Nobody's saying it's a great exclusive PlayStation game. I should say that. Because, you know, as a standard of the exclusive games on a PlayStation, you know, you would expect something phenomenal, something great. At least very, very, very good. At least. This is just a good game, that's that. It's nothing very extraordinary, it's nothing really special. Regarding the story as well, it's good. A lot of people say it's a very good story, and that's what they were playing it for, it seems like. But then when you try to get into the fact of the gameplay aspects, now that has a big problem. It's sorely undertuned and sorely undefined, that it's just, you know, it does not feel good to get back into aspects of the gameplay. Driving a bike feels good, it seems like everyone was saying, like the way you drift and slide, it seems really good, it looks good, but the amount of the petrol that this bike eats, it's absolutely insane, and everyone is saying that. You always will need to refill the fuel in your bike if you want to, you know, traverse into the world, and obviously you will need it. That's the main aspects and the main way of you know, traversing throughout the open world of the Days Gone. Now, as well, if you hit the bump, or maybe you hit the rock accidentally, just maybe an accident, you lose like 12% of the petrol, or maybe in fact your bike, you know, pretty much fucking dies out or gets broken, completely broken, that you can't even drive it no longer. So you have to find for the scraps, you need to find for the fuel to fix it up and continue going on your broken road, so to say. And now that's the thing. This happens way too bloody often, as everyone's saying. And it just does not, it's not a good aspect for this game, I personally think, as this being an open world game. A lot of people will say, okay, sure, once, twice, 5 times, it feels good, you have that sort of survivability elements in there. For example, you're always facing and always encountering, or you can anyway, encounter a danger of any sort of, bear, crows, wolves, maybe some, the freakers themselves, and so many more, right? Those dangers. And so you need to be certain that you will be able to get around them, for example, and just get for those scraps or fuel and fix up your bike by coming back to it, obviously. So this aspect happens way too often, and it's way too much. It's too much. And when I heard that, that's just, oh god. Now, I thought about going for a Platinum Trophy on this game because, if you did not know, I tried to go for the Platinum Trophies on exclusive PlayStation games, and it seems like this game is a little bit, too much. You need to do a lot of work. Basically, the collectibles is the biggest problem. There are 240 collectibles, so you need to collect only, I believe, was 170 or 180, and that's where you will get the trophy. And that's already, that's a tall order already. And now there are as well, okay, let's not talk about the collectibles and trophy, the Platinum Trophy, but let's talk about the guns themselves. Like, they need to be a lot more refined and a lot more tuned correctly, because it seems like at first, as everyone was saying, the weaponry and the bullets, it's very scarce. And I mean, it makes sense, right? This is a survival game, you would expect it to be like that. And I mean, that's a good thing, personally, I think, as well, right? If you have everything right there in front of you and you can collect it, you can use it, you can build it, or you want to, for example, get the bullets, you can scrap something, make a melee weapon. And yes, by the way, your melee weapons do break as well. Wow. And I don't think I have noticed that everyone was saying like it breaks too quickly or too often. I don't think I've noticed that. Maybe that's a good thing there. Because like everyone's just saying, like, just make sure you use all your perks and make sure you invest all those perks into your melee combat. Make sure you be more of a tank with that melee. And so that sucks. It's just as well the AI. A lot of people were saying that it's a little bit of a weird thing anyway. When you try to shoot an enemy, he always does that weird dancing moves, and it's just like extremely hard to kill them. And on top of that, scarce weapons. I mean, weapons, and it seems like scarce bullets. And when you try to kill one enemy, it seems like you're just shooting a fucking dancing ballet dude, whatever, right? Basically, you can't aim. And due to the fact, the aiming and the controls on the weapons, they feel like shit, and nobody really likes it. Everyone said the same thing about this. The shooting is awful, and it's bad. That way, everyone is using pretty much the melee combat and melee system. Not a thing. I have looked through Layman Gaming. I trust them with the reviews, and I trust them. They have a similar viewpoint as for the review games and as I do, so I trust them the most from any other review sources out there. Now, they have talked about one other thing that they kind of mentioned, that this game should not be a zombie game. In fact, it hurts it being a zombie game. I thought, wait, what? I didn't quite understand that part. So they started elaborating and talking about it, the fact that there are hordes of zombies. As I remember, guys, I mentioned to you that hordes of zombies, like when you use a camera and when you need to throw grenades, it hurts the game badly, and you're like, you might as well die quicker. And so yes, that they said like, okay, this hordes of zombies is a very outdated thing. It does not really work, and they were very unsatisfied of doing it. So I think there are 40 or 80 of those hordes of zombies of places that you need to take care of those the hordes, where they stay. Maybe they feast on something, or maybe they sleep somewhere in the caves, or maybe they're drinking water at the rivers, for example, right? And so you can go out there and try to kill them all, but using the weapons, obviously you can't exactly use your melee due to the fact you'll just get surrounded, and because there's so many of them, and you won't be able to kill them all with your melee. So that's just a stupid idea. And because everything else is scarce, and it's just like, it makes a very, very infuriating experience. They mentioned that as well. Well, not they, like everyone actually mentioned this, that the story is very good. It's just nothing new to it, It's like The Last of Us about open world, even though not up to that degree though. in some ways, I want to say. Now, as well, talking about the story, right? Everyone was saying that the voice acting is phenomenal, and I mean that's great. I am very happy to hear that as well, because look, I'm gonna be getting this game as well. I don't care. I'll be getting it day one. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I'm sure I'm gonna get infuriated by some parts. I think that the developers need to make sure that they can publish out an update just to make sure that they put up the bullets, you know. Have them more often to appear somewhere, at least make sure that your bike does not break down as quickly or use up, or eat, I should say, the fuel as it does, because it will infuriate a lot of people without even continuing and playing the game. So it's been mentioned, so it just sucks. I mean, maybe that's the whole point of it, you know. At the beginning you start off weak, and then at the end you are pretty much a bloody hero, so to say, right? And so, okay, well, that's fine, that's okay, I can understand that, but then, you know, until you get to that point, you're not gonna have much fun, and I think you might as well give up halfway, even not halfway, even less than that. And that's concerning. That's very, very concerning, personally, for me. Now, I should not really be saying this whole commentary regarding that Days Gone might be a complete shocker or might be complete shit. I don't know. Personally, I never played it. Well, at least not yet. I'll play it tomorrow. I'll start playing it, and hopefully it will be a better experience than everyone is making out to be. But personally, to be honest with you, I'm expecting what I'm expecting is from the reviews and what people are talking about, especially Lemon Gaming and the Skill Up, especially like him. They basically said, like, you know, you'll like it, you'll dislike it. It really does depend what kind of types of preferences of the games that you do like, and what you want to see. It's concerning, absolutely. Does it look good? It looks good, sure. It does look good. I'm not gonna deny that. Yeah. Anyway, kind of disappointed about that part. Like, exclusive first, since it's been a while actually since a new exclusive PlayStation game that ended up being, you know, a subpar, so to say, mixed reviews, so to say, right? Now, it is a little bit more on the positive note, right? On the reviews, like, nobody's giving a 5 out of 10. Well, I don't think anyway that anybody gave it a 5 out of 10. But nobody's giving it like an 8 even. And personally, as far as I've seen, as far as I have noticed, I wouldn't even give it an 8. I will give it like a solid 7. Perhaps I should not even talk about that, to be honest. We'll talk about my review scale and my review score on my verdict on my own review for the Days Gone, and I'll explain what I like and I dislike about it, personally, for me as well. Now, this is coming from everybody else that has already had a go with this game, the reviews and stuff, so I'm just addressing and, you know, making it more of a collecting all these reviews and just saying that this is more or less of a mixed sort of, you know, people's impressions, so to say. I don't know. Alright, well, that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Have an awesome day. And yeah, looks like I was right. Once again, typical. Have a good one. You cashed in on my